Joining me now is Nikole Hannah-Jones. She's the reporter for the New York Times Magazine. She won the Pulitzer Prize for her work on the 1619 Project, which she created. It was subsequently published as a book, which I just showed you. And this week, it has been released as a beautifully illustrated edition called The 1619, a visual experience, which I have here in my hand, which is wonderful for all of us, Nikole, who loved the original set of articles and then the book. But for those of you who have trouble understanding the concepts in it, it's now a picture book. So maybe it'll make it. I don't know if that's why you wrote it. You did it that way, Nikole. Welcome. Thank you for being here. It's important to talk to you because what's going on at the Washington Post and the LA Times, this anticipatory obedience. You are a victim of what happened, of the fact that you had ideas, you put it out there, and the threats came so fast and so hard. You can put up with it. You have accepted those threats. You live with them. But it hit others around you. When you got that appointment at the University of North Carolina, everyone who got that appointment before you got tenure. That's just the way it went. They've never not done it that way. And then all of a sudden, it's Nikole Hannah-Jones, and we're not giving her tenure.
Yes. I appreciate you hosting me on your show so many times because like you, I've been trying to ring the alarm that, love the 1619 Project, hate the 1619 Project. It was never this type of suppression, this type of efforts to censor ideas was never going to stop at just a single project. And I appreciate you kind of beginning with, Timothy Snyder. I recommend all of your viewers to get this as a very small book. But what he says is, that when we engage in self-censorship, when we censor ourselves before the government forces us to, that we are teaching power what it can get away with. And I'm very afraid when you have these two very laureled, long-standing institutions that on the news side have been doing amazing and critical reporting, pro-democracy reporting, that when they begin to self-censor, that is simply then affirming if Trump does come into power, what he will be able to do with that power. And these times call for us to show that we are doing what we have been charged with doing from the beginning of this country. Ali, we are the only profession, journalism is the only profession that's protected in the Constitution.
That's right.
And that's because our founders, as flawed as they were, understood that you cannot have a free society without a free press that is critical of power, that holds power accountable. And so when we bow to threats, that means that we are actually ceding our fundamental role as a check on power.
Let's talk about this because you study this and you teach this. We think about the influences of power on the press. And all over the world, there are examples. India, Greece, Hungary, Turkey, forget about Iran, China, and Russia, where it's embedded. But in this country, what is influencing these media owners? Is it that because sometimes they have business dealings. In the case of Jeff Bezos, he has business dealings, both through Amazon Web Services, and Blue Origin with the United States government. So there's an absolute threat of you might lose your contracts. Or is it something else? Is it the fact that Donald Trump has called the press the enemy of the people, and you don't want to be on the wrong side of the next president? Are these things distinct to you, or are they the same problem?
I think in some ways they're the same problem. And, we don't know exactly why they have declined to endorse at the last minute. We just know what the reporting is telling us. But we certainly know what it appears to be. And what it appears to be is a presidential candidate who has called, as you said, the press the enemy of the people, who has threatened to shut down media organizations, to jail journalists. It's as if some people in power who are running these news organizations are preparing for if we do actually elect someone with these authoritarian tendencies, that they're trying to protect themselves. And that is in opposition to what the press is designed to do. We are quite literally the last firewall of a democracy because we are the ones who are here to hold power accountable, to expose the way power is being wielded against the vulnerable. We rely on a free society. We as a profession rely on democracy to exist, but democracy also relies on us to exist.
Nicole, thank you. Thanks for just continuing to be strong. I mean, people who watch this show know that our Velshi Book Club started with this when they banned this book, The 1619 Project, which, by the way, in my world, only makes people want to read it more. Nikole Hannah-Jones is a Pulitzer Prize-winning reporter for the New York Times, co-creator of The 1619 Project, and now of The 1619 Project, a visual experience, which I'm holding in my hand here, and I have to tell you, it's absolutely terrific.